The very first thing the man did after being reborn was splurge on a pile of luxury gifts for his biological daughter. He showed nothing but open disdain for the cunning adopted daughter he had once treasured above all else. When the adopted daughter came home and saw the table piled high with gifts, she instantly assumed they were for her. Without a second thought, she hauled them all away. But the moment the man found out, he didn't hesitate for a second. He picked up the phone and called the police. His ruthless decisiveness came from a deep, years ago, out of misplaced sympathy. He had taken in this orphan girl whose parents had died in an accident. He had treated her even better than his own daughter, showering her with gifts day after day, and even seriously considering leaving her his entire estate. But the day she struck it rich, she and her boyfriend teamed up to have him forcibly committed to a mental hospital. It took everything he had to escape from that place, but before he could even catch his breath, she came at him with a stun baton and knocked him to the ground. He could never understand why she wanted him dead. After all, he had already transferred all his assets to her name. If he hadn't taken her in, she would have frozen to death on some snowy street corner. But now she was so consumed by greed that there wasn't a shred of mercy left in her. She ordered her people to drag him into an operating room and inject him with some unknown substance. At the very last second, the daughter he had always overlooked, Anna, knocked a nurse unconscious with a single blow, slung her barely breathing father onto her back, and staggered out into the night. But he was already on the verge of death. Looking at his thoughtful, selfless daughter, regret tore at his heart. He swore over and over in his mind, if there was a next life, he would make it up to Anna no matter what. And then, to his shock, when he opened his eyes again, he was back 3 years in the past. Just then, his mother-in-law came downstairs with the adopted daughter, smiling warmly as she said, "At your birthday banquet tomorrow, we'll officially announce her as your heir." The man's eyes lingered on the girl's deceptively sweet face, and he made a solemn vow to himself. This time, this ungrateful little viper will pay for what she's done. Then he went to Anna's room, and found the housekeeper secretly doing her laundry. The woman explained hurriedly that Anna had to clean the house and cook for the whole family, and she just couldn't stand to see the girl work herself to the bone. When the man checked the closet, his heart sank. All he saw were a few thin, worn-out shirts bleached nearly white from overwashing. For the first time, he truly saw how miserably his daughter had been living all these years. A wave of guilt washed over him. He told the housekeeper to buy Anna proper clothes immediately, and vowed to treat her the way she deserved from now on. That evening, the adopted daughter came home and spotted a table covered in luxury items. Of course, she assumed they were hers. The housekeeper quietly told her they were for Anna. Her face darkened instantly. She slapped the housekeeper across the face. But when the man got home, he immediately noticed the red handprint on the housekeeper's cheek. After hearing the whole story, the last trace of hesitation vanished from his eyes. He called the police on the spot. Then he marched into the adopted daughter's room and demanded she return the gifts he'd bought for Anna. She looked at him in disbelief. How could those possibly be for Anna? She snapped. Her